In this job, I'm constantly surprised and inspired by the strength of the human spirit. But I've never met anyone quite like Charla Nash. 2 years ago, Charla was savagely mauled by a friend's pet chimpanzee. She lost her hands, eyelids, nose and lips in the frenzied attack. In fact, by the time help arrived, there was nothing much left of her face at all. It's a wonder she survived. But Charla wanted more than that. She wanted to live. And thanks to an extraordinary face transplant and her own fierce will, that's just what she's doing.
Let the police up! With a gun! With a gun! He ripped her face off!
A woman's desperate pleas for help as a chimpanzee unleashes a savage attack on her friend.
He ripped her face off! He's trying to attack me! Please!
Okay, I need you to calm down a little.
The chimp is mauling the face and hands of 55-year-old single mum, Charla Nash.
Please go faster! Please, Dirk! Please!
Incredibly, Charla survives. What follows is an extraordinary story of the human spirit and an amazing medical triumph of face transplant surgery.
I guess it wasn't my turn, because I know I have a lot more to do yet. I'm not ready to go yet.
Was there ever a time when you thought, this is too overwhelming, I could surrender?
I don't think I've ever given up hope. I always know I'm going to get better.
How are you?
Charla Nash survived against all the odds, and that might not have happened if it weren't for the extraordinary bond between this mother and her daughter, Brianna.
She's always had a drive to live. She's always been one to get out there and go do things and go for what she wants. And it makes you think about human life and what it means to be a human, and it's not how we look at all. There's so much more on the inside than we could ever see.
Charla, or Charlie as she calls herself, and Brianna made Stamford in Connecticut their home. For the one-time champion rodeo rider, it was the perfect place to raise her daughter. And it's where Charlie was offered a regular job by an old friend, Sandra Herold. Sandra lived with an unlikely companion, a 14-year-old chimpanzee named Travis.
She would eat with Travis, they would sleep together, they would bathe together, they would go for walks. And in latter years, Travis became very obese because she would feed Travis lobster, filet mignon. Travis would drink from a wine glass.
For Stamford Police Captain Richard Conklin, February the 16th, 2009 would be a day he'd never forget. Travis was behaving like a wild animal. He'd stolen the house keys, unlocked a back door and escaped into the garden. Sandra tried to coax Travis back inside, but he became increasingly riled.
So at some point, Sandra calls Charla and asks her to come over to assist. And she's brought with her a little Elmo doll, which she holds out in front of her and squeaks in an effort to get Travis's attention.
But within seconds, Travis violently attacks Charlie and starts tearing her to pieces.
The thing I heard the most was the kid screaming. Screaming.
This frenzied attack between man and beast was over in minutes. Travis had not only ripped Charlie apart, he'd now begun eating her. Charlie was no match for this 90-kilogram chimpanzee. Sandra tried desperately to stop Travis, stabbing him with a kitchen knife.
He looked at me like, "Mom, what did you do?" And then I tried to take him off her again. And I couldn't pull him. He was just too strong. And
she stabs her beloved chimpanzee Travis several times, and these were very deep wounds. And she was so frightened, and at that point, called 911.
Please!
What's the problem with your friend? I need to know.
Let the police up! With a gun! He ripped her face off! He's trying to attack me!
Okay, I need you to calm down a little.
9 minutes into the emergency call, 2 officers arrive.
Travis comes around to the driver's side door of the patrol car. He's just covered in Charla's blood.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Sandra, stay in your car.
Shoot him!
They do shoot, finally killing Travis. Sandra's lifelong companion and pet was dead, and her friend Charlie lay lifeless.
What more could I say? I mean, could I say any more? I loved him, but I loved her too. And I would have done anything for this not to happen.
Except for a weak pulse, Charlie's savaged body was barely alive. She had no eyes, no nose, no mouth, and just the thumb on her right hand. Were you shocked by what had happened to you?
Yeah, I was amazed that I was still alive.
Before I'd seen her for the first time, I was very afraid of what I was going to see because I had no idea what to expect.
For 20-year-old daughter Brianna, seeing her mum so disfigured was secondary. Your first concern was that your mum might die.
Yeah, that was my biggest fear. Well, what if she doesn't wake up? So when I finally saw her when she did wake up, it was just it was an exciting and relieving moment.
When your mum did wake up, what was it that you did recognise about her?
I was really able to see the bone structure of her cheeks and like her face. It looked like her face, it was disfigured, but it was her face. And I think I really was able to hold on to that through everything.
Conscious of her face, Charlie wore a veil, but there was no hiding her extraordinary resilience.
I know I always had an attitude that whatever came my way, I'd overcome it. I wouldn't let it hold me back.
But her appearance did worry Charlie. Doctors offered a solution, a full face transplant and 2 new hands. Brianna, what did you think when it was suggested Mum might have a face transplant?
The possibility of having a face transplant was phenomenal. It's just I wouldn't have even thought of it, that my mom might go on as if nothing ever happened.
Using powerful microscopes, the team had to rebuild the intricate maze of nerves and vessels to enable blood flow to Charlie's new body parts. Coordinating the procedure was Dr. Bowden Pomahack.
But everybody knows their role, and everybody knows what is expected from them, and that makes it, in the big picture, a lot easier, because all the units almost work simultaneously but also independently in this big complex one operation.
It took surgeons 6 hours to attach the hands.
Pick on this side too. 2 hands. Nice work.
Next was Charlie's new face.
Here we come.
We needed the entire upper palate all the way back to the soft palate, so the entire upper palate with teeth had to be transplanted as well.
After 20 hours, the surgery was over.
1, 2, 3.
It all seemed a success, but then Charlie took a turn for the worse.
We found out that Charla had, unfortunately, bad pneumonia and very severe sepsis, causing the patient to be really, really sick.
Without enough blood flow to Charlie's new hands, surgeons had no choice but to remove them. Doctors at this hospital had performed face transplants before, but very few surgeons in the world had ever attempted to give a patient both face and hands. For the hand transplants to fail was traumatic for everyone. But for Charlie, just getting a new face meant everything.
It's a wonderful thing, and words can't express the gratitude that I had this opportunity to to live a better life.
Do you touch your face? Can you feel your face?
Yeah, I can feel it now. There are the nose and the upper lip I can't feel yet. But little by little is coming back. I can touch the cheek and the forehead and down here. So it's getting there.
The transplant just didn't give you a face, did it? It gave you much more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It brought my life back.
Really?
Yeah.
Today, Charlie lives in an assisted care centre.
5, 6.
Days filled with rehabilitation and speech therapy.
V.
Good. Now with those B's, make sure you're getting your lips completely closed.
Just about anything seems possible.
Well, it does.
Well, you've already proven that, Charlie.
Yeah, well,
With every day, Charlie gets another step closer to her former life, enjoying some of the simple pleasures most of us take for granted. What were you wanting to achieve by having a face transplant?
To be able to eat some food. I was only drinking everything through a straw. And my goal is to be able to eat again.
You do dream of the day of having a hamburger or a hot dog.
And pizza and a steak.
All those good things in life.
Yeah.
Right there. Step up. Nice.
Charlie's working towards more surgery, building her strength to undergo another double hand transplant.
Do you miss horses?
She wants a second prosthetic eye, and in time expects to have a fully functioning face.
We're here.
But what Charlie would really love is to get back on a horse.
He's waiting for you. We're by the horse. His name's Gunner.
Hi, Gunner. Aw. Come on, Gunner. We won't hurt you.
You want to reach out?
I feel whispers.
So much of this story is tragic.
I loved him, but I loved her too. And I would have done anything for this not to happen.
Sandra, the owner of Travis, died from an aneurysm 12 months after the attack. And Charlie will have to sue the state if she's to pay mounting medical bills. It's been an horrific journey.
2.
But if ever there was an example of determination and strength,
12.
Charla Nash is it.
It's amazing with the human spirit just how deep it goes. It's not something that you can see. It's something that's just there and it's powerful. And it's given me the ability over time, instead of when I talk to someone, instead of just looking at them, I hear them. I really hear them.
6, 7.
For somebody having a tough day today, you would say?
Take your time, relax, take the day off, and it'll get better. It'll get better if you want it to get better.
Are you at the point where you can say life is good yet?
Well, life's getting better. It's coming around slowly, but yeah, it's getting better. It's hard, but it's better.
And it will be good one day.
I hope so.
Hello, I'm Nick McKenzie. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minutes segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.